What's up, guys? I'm Carter Freeman. I am 105 Through the Fan's live stream video coordinator. So I run the fan cam and post to our YouTube page, all sorts of videos and such. But this year, I've added a new title at 105 Through the Fan. That is Fantasy Football Commissioner. So for this year's 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Football League, we've got 12 guys from all sorts of different shows from the station. Well, actually, because nothing can be easy for any commissioner of any sports league, and I've decided to be aggressive, we've already expanded the 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Football League. So joining our league will be Corey Majors from the KNC Masterpiece and Ruben Portillo, one of our many wonderful part-time producers. But seeing as how I've already recorded the video of the draft order, which you'll see in a second, I'm just going to flip this coin to see who picks 13th and who picks 14th. So I've got Corey on heads, Ruben on tails. And it is heads. So Corey, you're picking 13th, and Ruben, you're picking 14th. Have fun. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. As commissioner, I thought it would be fun to do a draft order reveal for our upcoming fantasy draft. So what I'm going to do is I've got the names of everyone participating in this year's draft. I'm going to dump them in this cup, shake it up, and then we're going to go in descending order. So we're going to go 12 to 1 to create a little suspense. So participating in this year's fantasy football for 105 Through the Fan, we've got Eric Chiafalo of the G-Bag Nation. We've got Josh Clark, 105 Through the Fan website extraordinaire. We've got Alec Medford, a producer of many different things across the fan. We've got Will Chambers, weekend host extraordinaire and massive Kentucky Wildcats fan. We've got Gaylord, RJ Choppy of The Morning Show. We have Peyton Russell, producer of the Love of the Star podcast, which y'all should totally go listen to. It's awesome. We've got the Woolly Bully, Zach Wolchuk, also of the G-Bag Nation. We have the newest member of 105 Through the Fan, Joey Erickson, big fan of Jennifer Aniston, or so I've heard. Got one of the longest tenured producers at 105 Through the Fan, Larry D. Flores. We have Rangers insider, pre- and post-game host, and lover of frozen grapes, Jared Sandler. We have the host of the morning show, I guess one of the hosts, the other host, not Gaylord, Sean Sharif. And myself, Carter Freeman, TriCaster Master. All right, so let's get to shaking. Let the 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Football Draft commence. So, with the 12th overall pick in this year's 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Football League, that honor goes to Sean Sharif and his tiny, tiny hands. The 11th overall pick in this year's NFL Draft, 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Draft. I'm doing my best Roger Goodell here. That honor goes to Mr. Josh Clark. Keep kicking ass on the website, my friend. All right. The 10th overall pick in this 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Draft goes to Mr. Larry D. Flores. All right. Number nine. The 9th overall pick in this year's 105 Through the Fan Fantasy Football Draft. The honor goes to Gaylord RJ Choppy. Now the 8th overall pick. Crazy eights. 8th overall pick in this year's draft goes to yours truly. Call me Crazy Eight, Crazy Carter. Someone in high school called me that. 7th overall pick in this year's 2017 NFL 105 Through the Fan Draft. I'm going to mess that up 2 or 3 more times. I know it. 7th overall pick. That honor goes to Woolly Bully, Zach Wolchuk. The halfway mark. 6th overall pick. Who will it be? Who will it be? 6th overall pick in this 105 through the fan fantasy football draft. That will be Mr. Pre and post game himself, Jared Sandler. Number five. Who's number 5? 5th overall pick this year's 105 through the fan fantasy football draft will be Mr. Alexander Medford, once called Alejandro by Mike Bassick because he didn't know his name. 4th overall pick, number 4. That honor, picking number 4 in this year's fantasy football draft, goes to Mr. Will Chambers. Solid number 4. Dak Prescott. Pick number 3 this year's 105 through the fan fantasy football draft is lucky Mr. Chi-Chi himself, Eric Chiafalo. So you're down to the nitty-gritty. Number two. Who's taking a number 2 on that number 2 pick? This station will be, with the number 2 pick in this year's fantasy draft, will be one producer of the Love of the Star, Mr. Peyton Russell. So that means at the top of our 105 through the fan fantasy football draft, in his first year at 105 through the fan, and a huge Jennifer Aniston fan, that would be Mr. Joey Erickson of St. Cloud State fame. So that about does it for this video. Joey, congratulations. You're going to be picking number 1 and number 24 because we're doing a snake draft. So you're going to be waiting a long time in between those picks. So have fun with that. I guess maybe we'll do some more updates on this league as the season progresses. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. And I'm Carter Freeman. I'll talk to you later.